Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 5th. We are going to jump right in here, Scorpio. You have this dragonfly spirit. It says, shift your way of thinking and tackle the issues from a different angle. You have this divine intervention. It says, angels are working behind the scenes to assist in the miracles you've requested. Love it. That sounds amazing. So, Scorpio, let's see here. Sorry about the lighting, by the way. I'm messing around with my lighting. I don't really like it at the moment, but I also can't get up and fix it. So bear with me. But you have the Moon, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Death card. This is actually pretty good. This to me looks like the Death of Confusion, especially with that Moon card. There could be some sort of clarity, and you have the Ace of Swords as I say that. And the Ace of Swords is a card of clarity or gaining clarity in some area of your life. So again, if you've been lacking clarity, it could actually be a very clear time. Again, I always say that, I think sometimes people think of Mercury retrograde as a confusing time, but really it can bring a lot of clarity from past situations or from anything that you've been dealing with. Or again, if you've just been looking for answers on something in your life, you could be getting those answers, or you could be gaining that clarity that you've desired. So again, I think that really this is actually pretty good. I think you're coming out of a period of confusion or not being sure what steps to take, and now you're understanding things on a different level. Again, as I've said to you the past couple of readings, I do feel that Scorpio is kind of coming off of a more emotional time. I think that maybe the beginning of the year, or like the first half of the year really, even a little bit longer, because, technically July is like the 7th month, but I feel like you're coming off of a period of time where things have been confusing or sad or emotional. It's like you're kind of, it's almost like you're blossoming into something new or into just different feelings, right? You have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like things are actually speeding up. Normally, I look at the Knight of Pentacles as things slowing down or things taking too long, and because he's not making any movement. He's the only Knight in the tarot that isn't moving. But the Knight of Pentacles can represent progress, and I do feel like you are kind of like making progress towards your goals or towards something. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords is a victory as well. So it looks really good. Especially the second half of the reading. And I feel like you're making a lot more progress on the things that you're working on. It seems to me, there's a little bit of love here, but it seems to me like you're more focused on financial progress or, sometimes when I see the Ten of Pentacles is a pretty powerful card, and to me, it's a foundational energy, and which means that when it comes up, that you could be more focused on your foundation or just creating a more solid foundation in your life. And I kind of get that feeling here. I feel like you're more into creating a more solid foundation. You have the Death card. The Death card, of course, could represent death or transformation. It is your card, so this would be you showing up in a very strong position. This white rose right here represents the light at the end of the tunnel. And so I do feel like for some of you that, again, this is like the first clue that you are entering into a period of clarity. We even have these two pillars right here. These are the same two pillars from the Moon card, and the Sun is coming up between those two pillars. So again, it's kind of like the first clue that you are leaving behind confusion, and maybe you're entering into a time of more clarity, more understanding, knowing the direction that you're meant to move in life, all that stuff. With the Moon card, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Your hard work is paying off. We start now and end with the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is kind of like head down, nose to the grindstone, just putting in work, work day in, day out. He's trying to master a craft, but he's almost done. He is on his last pentacle here, and he's almost completed the work that he needs to complete. And so I definitely get that feeling for you that a lot of you either have or are about to complete the work that you've needed to complete. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant. You have the Hierophant twice. It's like this is turning into a Cancer reading because Cancer always gets repeating cards. But you have the Hierophant twice. The Hierophant is a card of blessings or spiritual blessings. It's a card of needing to think outside the box sometimes, which I do feel for you. I feel that, we are living in an amazing time for outside the box solutions. So if there are better ways to do anything that you want to do, I would embrace just new ideas, new directions. That's always a good idea with the Hierophant. But the Hierophant is also blessing these two people in front of him. So you could be receiving spiritual blessings at this time. With the Death card, you have the King of Pentacles. Again, one of my other cards of foundational energy. So the King of Pentacles to me represents having a solid foundation. He has everything about him. He's a symbol of wealth, and he also has these grapes on his cloak. And the grapes in the tarot kind of represent having a skill that can make you very successful. And the grapes are also meant to represent something that's very difficult to grow. But you can do it well, whatever it is. So we also have grapes on the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is also a card of building wealth, building security. Really, it's a card of gratitude and luxuries. So I think that you are building things in your life that you are going to be very grateful for, especially if you're building on something foundational. And what I mean by that is like if you're starting a business, or if you already have started a business and you're working on doing the things that make it more solid in reality, then, very good. You have this undecided card. This is coming up in the area of what's coming in for you. It says, dealing with fluctuating goals or income, it's important to stay informed on the shifts that are occurring. You have this Phoenix. It says, they couldn't stop you. You're coming back stronger. This is all a test of strength, pushing you beyond your comfort zone. So again, being a fixed sign, I think that leaving comfort zones or stepping out of a comfort zone is always a good idea for fixed signs. I mean, fixed signs, I believe, are literally here to learn flexibility and are here to learn like spontaneous energy as well. So if one way to do something doesn't work, try another way. You have the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Hierophant. Again, I feel this is you kind of healing or overcoming the emotional energy that you've been dealing with. The Three of Swords, again, personally, I really don't look at the Three of Swords as a bad card. Sure, it could represent a breakup, but really, those Three Swords are in your own heart. And the Three of Swords is about forgiveness. The Three of Swords says once you forgive a past situation, you'll be able to move past it, and you'll be able to move into something that's much better. The Three of Swords is also temporary. It's raining on the Three of Swords, and it represents temporary energy. And so it just says that whatever heartbreak or whatever situation you might need to forgive that you've been going through, it's a temporary situation. It's not going to last forever. The other thing is that you have the Ace of Swords right next to it, and the Ace of Swords is a victory. So I feel like you are going to have a victory over some sort of heartbreaking situation. And again, it doesn't have to be love. Again, really, I just feel like this is your emotions. Like I said, in this reading and the last reading, we talked all about crying in the car, right, Scorpio? So I think that you are kind of overcoming these things. It's almost like you're putting something to rest. We have the Death card to the Ten of Swords. I'll show you. We have the Death card, Ten of Swords, to the Ace of Swords right here. So it's almost like you are, again, kind of allowing something to rest or deciding to move on from something in your life. This could be a belief system, a person, a place, or a thing, but he's making this symbol with his hand right here, and that symbol represents a blessing in disguise. So I think that if you're releasing something this month, not even just this week, I know this is a weekly reading, but the readings have been kind of weird lately. I feel like they really have been much bigger time frames, the energy of the reading. And so, this could be something that you're working on throughout the whole entire month, kind of releasing those things that are dead, done, over with. You have the Hierophant, again, blessings. So he is blessing these two people in front of him. The Hierophant is all about kind of manifesting something like a vision from heaven down on earth. The Hierophant is the connection between heaven and earth. He is able to communicate with both sides. He's also able to bring his vision down to earth, whatever that is. And then we go right here. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is creating heaven on earth. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is even better. So I feel for a lot of you, I'm not saying it's going to, happen overnight, and I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but you really could be, manifesting your vision on earth. With the Three of Swords, you have the Seven of Swords. I kind of get this feeling of like this, feeling like you were naive. I'm not calling you naive or anything like that, but, if I put myself in your shoes, that Three of Swords, this could be a heartbreaking situation where you feel like you were naive to what was really going on. And, I kind of feel like this is saying that you need to heal from whatever that was. So if someone like lied to you, cheated on you, stole from you, and again, it doesn't even have to be in love, that this could be in work or business or any other area of your life. I feel like this is talking about healing the situation. I also feel that like now you can see the truth, or now you're learning to trust yourself more, especially having that Ace of Swords right next to it. The Ace of Swords is the truth. I'm pretty sure all three water signs have had the Ace of Swords. So, it could be a time where where the water signs are just getting the truth of whatever has happened in their life. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I think this is about putting up boundaries. So again, if there is a connection, and again, this does not have to be love. This could be a work connection or just a business or whatever. This could be talking about putting up those final, boundaries where you never let something re-enter your life again. And the reason I say that is that the Seven of Wands is really a card of drawing a line in the sand. It's kind of like saying, this is what I'm willing to accept in my life and nothing else. But your words have to match your actions with the Seven of Wands. So you need to make sure that you're paying attention in the future. If something in the future looks like something from the past, it basically says put up those boundaries, and then you are living in your truth, which we go to that Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is all about making sure that you're living from your truth. With the Hierophant, you have the Star. The Star is a very good card, definitely a card of your dreams, and the Star is like hope, faith, and renewal. But the Star is about having a North Star, having that one big goal, wish, or dream that you set out to accomplish. And I would say this entire diagonal right here is all about that one big goal, wish, or dream that you're trying to accomplish. In the area of messages from your future self, you have this Fortune card and also this Flattery card. So it looks to me like there are, your future self is saying that there are great fortunes coming in for you. I feel like the Flattery card could be a little bit of love here. Again, you have the Lovers in this row, but again, it's from your future self. So this might be love that is coming into your life in the future. This Flattery card, there are like two people that are facing away from each other, and there are two people that are facing towards each other. So again, if you've gotten out of a connection over the last couple of years, maybe it was like you were similar but too different, and I feel like you're now attracting a person where it's like you more see eye to eye. And this Flattery card is all about, kind of attracting a person where you see eye to eye. You have the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Lovers. The Ace of Swords is like a victory or big success coming in for you. I also do feel this could be communication. Again, you have the Nine of Pentacles to the Lovers, so this could represent, going from single to being in love. So definitely if you want love, there could be a much more solid connection here. You have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of gratitude and luxuries. The trick with the Nine of Pentacles is to work on our environment. So the energy that is around us, the people, the places, the things, and to make sure that we are creating an environment of success. And that's what we have to do with the Nine of Pentacles. And there's a million things that you can do. Like I used to have a very complicated system for recording these videos and everything like that. And now I've reduced it. I used to have like that tower. There's an old video of it, right? A tower with all these electronics and everything. And there were just wires all over the place, right? Now I have like 2 things right now. That's it, right? So I've simplified it. I've created a much better environment for success, right? It's much easier to just worry about 2 things than it is to worry about 100 different things that are trying to record videos, right? And I've simplified even how I record the videos as well. And so that's just like one example. There's like a million things you can do with the Nine of Pentacles to create that environment of success. But that's what I would work on over the next month, not even just this week, like for the next month. You have the Lovers. Again, I do feel like some of you could be communicating with a person. It could be this month, maybe not this week. I kind of feel like maybe it's more closer to September timeframe that you start talking to a new person. The Lovers is like a divinely guided connection. That angel at the top is your higher self angel. So it's almost like the universe. And also you have the Hierophant twice. There are 2 people that are being blessed on the Hierophant. They're being initiated into something. So it's almost as if you are attracting a person where it's like the 2 of you are on the same spiritual journey. With the Ace of Swords, you have the King of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there will be a lot. I said this to you in your last reading. I'm pretty sure that, you're attracting a person where there's a lot of desire. Or actually, it might have been the reading I just did, the live. So if you go to the live tab, I just did Mercury retrograde readings live the other day. And, again, it might have been that reading, but I feel like you could be attracting, a little bit more of a spicy connection, which I don't necessarily think that Scorpio has a problem with that. So there you go. Could be a very bold, assertive person as well. This could also be, I would also say that, if I were you, I would also embrace this energy. Tarot isn't just meant to say like, oh, this person's coming in. It's also really what tarot's meant for is to say, this is the energy that exists. So work with it. And, again, anything you want to accomplish, I would be, embracing and really go for it. The King of Wands is very bold. He's very assertive. He really charges towards his goals, wishes, dreams. And we have the 10 of Pentacles right here. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to like really go for it. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the World. Love it. This would be some sort of accomplishment or something that you've been trying to accomplish in your life. And the World is just, completion energy. We in the tarot, we go from the Fool to the World, and then we start all over again as the Fool. And so it looks, with the Ten of Swords right before it, it's like you're completing one stage and going to the next. And this next stage looks very abundant with that Ten of Pentacles. With the Lovers, what do you know? You have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is the best love card in the deck. It is everything you want and desire in a connection. So this could be a very solid connection that you are connecting with in your life, especially if you want love. But even if you don't want love, and even if you do, the Ten of Pentacles can represent being at a crossroads, and it can just say you have a choice to make at this time, and this decision could lead you towards Ten of Pentacles. So if you're thinking about starting anything new, if you're at a crossroads and like one direction is an old direction but the other direction is a new direction, this always says to me that you should move in the new direction because it will lead to Ten of Pentacles. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this card that says slow and steady wins a race. I am nearly positive that I said slow and steady wins a race in your Mercury retrograde reading that I did for you yesterday. Again, it's the live tab. You can find that reading. You have this koi fish. It says there's always enough. So clearly you are entering into a time of abundance. But I feel like there's no rush. One foot in front of the other. Take your time and things will work out, right? You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles and the good stuff is pretty much everything you want and desire out of life. It doesn't mean that you're going to have it, but it does mean that you can see it. I look at the Ten of Pentacles as building, leaving a legacy. It's like you can see the big picture, and now you know the steps to take to get there, but now you have to start taking those steps to get there. And if you do that, you will have the Ten of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Wands as well, and the Ten of Wands is about carrying a heavy burden, but in the good stuff, it says you are about to release this burden. He's about to reach his home right here in the background, and he is about to put those 10 wands down. So I feel a lot of you are about to release the heavy burdens of life, and your things are, I don't think we're in an easy time, so I'm not going to say that things are about to get easy, but I just feel like things are about to lighten up. Things are about to get a little bit easier. The Ten of Wands also says that your hard work is paying off, and we have the Eight of Pentacles next. And the Eight of Pentacles also says that your hard work is paying off, especially in the good stuff. The other great thing about having the Eight of Pentacles here is that the Eight of Pentacles says that you could be receiving rewards for the work that you've already done. So if you've done a lot of work in the past on, building something or creating something, you could be getting the rewards from all the hard work that you've already done. And that makes a lot of sense with Mercury retrograde, especially if you've done a lot of work in the past. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Again, can't make this up. Again, like I said, this is like a Cancer reading. Only Cancer gets so many repeating cards. But the repeating cards are basically the universe saying, I meant what I said. So the Nine of Pentacles is a card of gratitude and luxuries. All we have to do with the Nine of Pentacles is focus on what we want, create an environment of success, and also be grateful for what we do have. And then if we do that, we will pretty much get what we want. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Moon again. Again, I kind of feel like this is a good thing because I feel that the Moon is saying that you're leaving a period of confusion, which is what we said at the beginning of the reading. It's almost like you're leaving behind a period of confusion and stepping into a period of light. We have the Death card with the Sun coming up. We have the Star as well, which is light, and the Moon coming up in the area of the good stuff. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Chariot. Yeah, big victories coming in for you. I think your life is about to change on a deep level, as in you are about to set yourself apart. The Chariot is leaving the city behind him behind, and he's doing this to set himself apart. And he's also doing this to get into alignment with like his true desires. And so I feel for a lot of you that you are just stepping into this time where you are getting more in alignment with your desires. You have this Sun card. It says happiness and well-being. It also came out with this Fair Woman card. It says dealings with relationships with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. So some of you could be dealing with a woman, or it could be any person. But whatever it is, I feel it's going to be happy. You have this Family Matters card. Again, fixed signs in particular, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo. You're a Scorpio, have been dealing with family matters. So, I think it's just saying that you've been dealing with family matters. You have this Beetle. It says great fortune on it. Yeah, there's clearly a change in your fortunes that I feel like you've been working towards. And again, I also get this feeling that your hard work is catching up. We kind of said this earlier, but Ten of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, especially Mercury retrograde, these are energies of all the work you're doing is starting to pay off, and that's what I feel like is going on here. You have this camel. It says persevere and you will overcome problems. Yeah, don't give up at this time. I think everybody needs to push through resistance, and so I would keep pushing forward. You also have this claw. It says, be careful, do not take risks. Again, I would change this. I don't really like this card at this time because, we are in a time where we have to take risks, but I think that we have to take calculated risk. So just make sure that if you're taking a risk, that you have a plan A and a plan B, right? And I think as long as you do that, you'll be fine. But really good reading here, Scorpio. So thank you for being here. No tower in this reading as well, which is great for once. But thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.